All right. Hello, fam. Bit of an unexpected press conference that we're having here, or meeting with Mr. Zoom, courtesy of him, even though his platform could be better. Long story on that, and we'll probably have another video in due time. But yeah, I can't believe it's January 10th already of 2026, and we have some playoff games today. But more importantly, before we get into that, um, into the special meeting press conference type setup, Mr. Ailey wanted to bring this matter to everyone's attention, and I want to make sure we give him the floor, and then I will help support from there. So go ahead, Mr. Plow, take it away.
Yeah, thanks, Pops. Thanks for taking the time for this press conference. I know, and just for the group, Pops doesn't even know what I'm about to say, so this is surprise for him too. Be good to get his reaction live.
Got my coffee ready.
Yep. So we got some bittersweet news, fam. Pops, should we start with the bitter or the sweet?
I say bitter. Go right into it. Like how our season ended last week. Bitter.
Yep, bitter. Carry on the bitter. Bitter is I made the decision. I'm gonna step away from the league. Um, just my heart wasn't in it this year, Pops. We've had some of these convos before. I don't know what it was. I love the boys so much, like all of you guys, but I talked to Ronnie a bit about it, like, still invited to come to the drafts. Always appreciate that and probably take him up on that. But I don't know why. Like, maybe because the Ravens suck dick, maybe because football is out of control. The refs fucking suck. Maybe we're getting old. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I wouldn't be doing a disservice. Like, obviously, I was still checking and shit, but like people would hit me up for trades, and I'd be like, I don't even care about fucking Joe Burrow. Like, see, bitch, like, yeah, sure, take Burrow. But like, I didn't even have, maybe it was I was away in India for 2 weeks doing God knows what there.
we
Maybe
have a
that
lot to
was part
unpack.
of it.
We
Hmm?
have a lot to unpack with India.
Yeah, we can go in so many different
I,
directions. But,
yes.
and yeah, I made the choice after thinking long and hard, unlike John Harbaugh in our fourth and ones. So, yeah, that's it. We can dig in more. So that's the bitter. So yeah.
Yes. Then let's hit the sweet briefly, and then let's dive right in. Then we'll dive further into both.
All right. The sweet is Pops. You're going to be a granddaddy to a new baby boy in July.
Cheers to that. I don't have any beer. I have to drive to an establishment. Driving to Grady's house tonight, so bear with me. I can't toast, but I will definitely have a drink for you there. Congratulations
Thank you, Pops.
to you and yours. That's special.
Yep. Gonna be boy dadding with Rob and Ronnie, I guess.
Yeah, man. I'm having more grandkids by the minute. It seems like
Yeah, they're piling up.
they are. Yeah.
That's the
Oh,
sweet. Yeah.
that's. I'm so happy for you. Oh, that is definitely the sweet news, no doubt about it.
Yep.
And getting back to the bitter, because then we'll have plenty of time for the sweet. I'm sure that had part of your decision, besides everything else that we want to unpack, and I want to make sure I'm supporting you on to explain to not only with us friends here, you and I talking, but then a broader group of friends with everybody else to know that you were not alone, where we all kind of gone through it. I'm sure that had an impact on your decision with with with, with the baby coming on. That's I'm still like rationalizing all of it, so forgive me,
Yeah, yeah,
not
yeah.
taking it in, but it's exciting news. But I'm sure that had an impact.
A little bit. Yeah. I mean, well, first of all, I think I forgot to say this. I wanted the boys to find out, like, from I guess, like, this is the closest to, like, face to face, like,
Correct.
hearing it from me, not just like a text. So, like, yeah, the baby, maybe a little bit. But I was having these thoughts, like, even during the season. I just was like, I don't know why my heart's not so in it this year. Like, what does that mean? And just, like, doing some thinking. I was like, is it fantasy in general? Like, why am I not into it? Like I was still checking and obviously like my team was solid, but like I don't know. Again, like I can't really explain exactly why my heart wasn't in it. Like so, but yeah, maybe the baby has a little to do with it too. Like thinking about like traveling for that weekend every year. But I mean, it's always fun to do it with the boys. So like I still think I would come when it makes sense. But
Right.
yeah.
That completely. As far as like your heart not being in it and you feel like you're like, not that you don't want to put the 100%, but that your body and your mind aren't letting you. And I'm not a, psychiatrist or a therapist, only in the office sometimes, even though I'm not qualified, wear multiple hats. But I get where you're coming from, and I've been there, and that's why I had to step back. And it would, other reasons as well, but it extended from that where I really planned on doing more, Zoom, producing the content there, work at other ideas, but that's life, right? And that's always part of it. But I get where you're coming from, where you're at a crossroads where it's like, okay, why am I feeling this way? Why is this happening? And I think that's completely normal. And you would know probably even more than us where your professional career is closer to that than myself. Even though they rein me back in. When you manage people, you have to still have that component, even
Mhm.
though it's accounting, it's different. But I get your point, and I've been there myself. So I think we're like the perfect two people to be having this conversation. And I get it where also this is the closest avenue you have logistically to be able to address it in person. So I get that. I just want to know that we're here for you and we're always going to be friends. And all of us, I think I speak for everyone there. And I've been there, and it's hard to explain exactly what you can't put your finger on it exactly, but you feel this way and you have to express it and do something about it. And it's not a decision that's taken lightly at all. Because while I'm
Yeah.
back in it as a co-partner with Mr. Joe, um, and I love that. And it's like perfect for me right now. I understand like there's a lot to go through where like the NFL game has changed tremendously as well. I agree with you there where the BS by week is just like ridiculous. And if it wasn't for my friends, I wouldn't be as interested either because the quality of the game on the field is crap. It is. While it kind of was exciting, some of the primetime games were good this year and stuff, but why those games were exciting, you just got teams going up and down the field, defense is optional, BS flags for, somebody pushing, just tapping you on the shoulder. Like it gets old after a while. And there's other things that play into it as well. But the quality of the game has definitely diminished year after year. And I would be lying if I said that wasn't a factor for me wanting to get out too, because I've seen it where it's just not as exciting as it used to be. And it's not just the Ravens, and I know you feel that way because we're coming off of a terrible loss, but
Yeah.
I've been there, and I want to give the floor back to you. But I want you to know that we're here for you, and I'm here for you, and I've been there.
Yeah. And who knows, down the road, maybe there'll be a juice squad, me and Ack making a return together once someone else
Now
understands.
that is headline worthy. That is something that's possible, and I think that could be possible even sooner than people realize. So
Yeah.
let's keep that in the back of our mind. Obviously, commission's got to co-commission's got to be in on this, and like it was with Joe and I. And I know you, like you said, you and I spoke about it before I really addressed it with Mick and commish. Got some other input as well, and just knew in my heart what I had to do, and it ended up working out because now with Joe, and I'm so honored. He's the best co partner I could ever ask for, and you never know, maybe that's an option, and that would certainly keep it interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. You never know. I think Ron, I'm sure has a backup, like maybe Jimmy or whoever would be.
Mr. Jimmy.
Mr. Jimmy would be, I'm giving him a great squad, so don't fuck it up, Jimmy boy. But what was
That'd be
that?
cool too.
Yeah, but besides just the football product and like, I don't know. Part of me, I was like, usually Yates with his bullshit in the chat riles me the fuck up. And even reading like Yates's bullshit, like crying about his team halfway through the championship, I'm like, I don't even have the urge to fuck with him right now. Like something's wrong. And so like, I don't know where that's stemming from. Maybe it's maybe I was like preparing like psychologically, I was like preparing myself for this moment of like leaving the league. I'm like, all right, I got to distance myself a little. But I don't know, maybe there's a role for us to like do some content or, so I can stay involved with some content if,
We
we can
that's a
figure that part out. But maybe it's like trolling Yates, the weekly trolling Yates 30-second video. We'll see what it is. But that was part of it. I'm like, why am I not pissed at Yates right now? He's saying such annoying shit. Everyone else is railing on him. I don't even have the urge right now. So that's when I knew something was really bad. Someone was really up.
I hear. So that was a clue. I get that. And I will see him this evening. So I'll definitely address that in person, father to son. That's gonna that will definitely be
You,
done.
you think you'll post this before you go to the Flyers game?
I originally I was thinking I was just thinking just while we were talking, and I was thinking after, but you know what? I think it's better before because I think he's on the way up, so it'd be kind of
Yeah.
yes, and it's bittersweet, like you said, but the league will still be there. Our friendships are all going to still be there. Nothing really changes, and yeah, we can certainly jump on Zoom like this and talk. Like, I, I gotta say, I got to hats off to Mick. He is one of the most creative minds I've ever seen with like trying to content, and I wish I had his skill set to really do this. And I wish I had more time to be able to put to it. And I still want to get back to it. It's just work is nuts and life happens, and you have to prioritize accordingly to literally not to be over dramatic, but to keep food on the table. You have to do what you have to do. And I'm doing my best, but he's addressed some. He has some mailbag questions for me that he submitted that I love, and I want to get back to that. But there's things like that we could set up, whether it's mailbag questions, just shoot me a text, we can jump on like this. So I think there's still opportunity there, and at a bare minimum, I see that being really good still.
Yep. And yeah, I mean, that's all I got. We can, so yeah, I mean, obviously sad to leave. It sucks and love the boys, but yeah, well, as you said, like we're friends forever. So
Yeah, that doesn't change.
yeah.
And the other, I just thought of this, like with the part about like trades, like Mr. Burrow, like I don't care about him. Psychologically, he didn't seem to care much about his career a few weeks ago on the podium. So maybe that indirectly kind of impacted you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Some of these players, I don't know, they're selfish. Maybe social media is making everyone selfish and they're not putting they don't care about the team. I don't really know, but yeah, I don't like that guy. So I'm happy that I won't ever have to root for him again.
Yes, I hear you on that.
After
But
that.
as far as the trades, though, I used to be like crazy about the trades and I loved it. But I've granted the record didn't speak for itself this year, but I felt like Joe and I did a great job of establishing what we were trying to do. And I know this is not about him and I. This is just set the stage of how it relates to what you and I have gone through together. Where I've taken a back seat and did less trading this year, and I traded where I felt it was smart. And I had a lot of people hitting us up for trades, and there's just times where you're trying to do stuff for work or life, and you start thinking about that kind of stuff and prioritizing, and then you see a trade offer come in, and like I love it's being taken seriously, but there's only so many times that you can use your brain for that when you're trying to work on other things in life, and it's like okay, I know I overtraded in the past. I'm trying to compensate and not trade as much, where I'm keeping that in the back of my mind. But sometimes the last thing you want to do is like overthink. You rather just like look at the waiver wire and say, okay, who could I pick up to manage my roster instead of just always fielding trade offers. Like it just gets too much.
Yeah,
It's
and I
too
think
much.
I feel that. I feel like I did one before my India trip. And like I don't know. Being away for 2 weeks, I think it was three NFL weekends, may have been like the start of this thinking because it was tough to just like wasn't watching the games, wasn't like fully in like the waiver wire. So it was tough. Maybe that was part of it. But I think I did a trade with Lake before my trip to India and even yeah. And like it was a good one for it worked out for me. Like it was Stafford for Brees pretty much.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, so like I think that was the one trade I did, but I didn't even get like the excited trade feel from it. I'm like,
Yeah.
the fuck. So, maybe it's like I don't know. I can't think of a player off the top of my head who like stepped away for a few years and then came back stronger and more energized. Who was that player on Miami, the quarterback? He was talking a little bit about how he needed to leave in his interviews after he won. He's like, "Oh, I needed to leave Georgia or whatever and start again at Miami to start feeling better again, feeling more passionate." So maybe I just need a year to like or who I don't know what I need, but maybe I just need a year off to like be like, oh shit, I missed that. I need to come back. And maybe it's not, I would understand if it's not this league, but because like obviously like you'll have a solid 10. So I don't know what it is, but that's possible that could also be a possibility that I just need a year to recharge and like realize you don't, what's the saying? You don't know what you have till it's gone or whatever. So
Yes.
we'll see how I feel, but this is the decision for now.
I that's understandable, and I respect that decision. And I'm going to support you just like I would with anyone else, 100%.
Yeah.
And we'll miss you. I'm still kind of taking it in because, like you said, like I'm just impressed. Like you were even more confident about it than I was when I reached out to you. Like I was on the fence truly, and then you were like, okay, 100% what you want. I'm impressed by that. Where you were like, okay, I need to do this, and that takes courage. And granted, it's fantasy football we're talking about, but still, that's still kudos to you, like for knowing what you want. And like I'm gonna support you even more so because of that. Like I was already gonna support you no matter what anyway, through anything. But that's like that speaks aloud to me, where it's like, okay, you know what you want. It's definitely best for you, and I'm here to support you as your friend.
Thanks. Yeah, really appreciate it. You're the best grandpappy the new baby could ever ask for. So yeah, looking forward to you meeting it in July, everyone else meeting him. But yeah. I don't think I was on the fence for a little bit. Yeah, of course. Like it was a hard decision. I think I feel good about it. We'll see. But yeah, it was fun telling you live. I mean, obviously the bitter part was hard to tell you live, but it was fun to see your reaction for the
Yeah, I'm sure my eyes popped. I don't know, like I'm sure they did. And I know like I could see you and an ACC reunion would be really really cool, but I understand it's it might not work out that way, or it could be years down the road. That will play itself out in time. But like you said, there's still ways to be involved in the league, and I think that's important because it's entertainment, right? And it's time spent with friends and people that you love and you bond with, and I think that is important that we don't lose that.
yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. If we ever do like a fun destination one, I'm definitely in. Or I won't say definitely, but that would be cool to like do Vegas or some crazy shit like that. But
It might be some years for me for that, but
yeah, so a pops friendly crazy environment would be
yeah.
like a little destination. But yeah, yeah, should we talk about the other shit now offline? Fam, we got some HR business to handle, so we don't want to bore
Yeah,
you with that.
some people not doing what they're supposed to do. And granted, like kind of like the NFL with people all being off their rocker. That's what I'm seeing every day. Uh, yeah, not okay. And I like pawns are supposed to be pawns. You come in, you do your work, you go home, and it's nothing personal. It's not to put anybody down or anything. It's just realistically of how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to come in and do your job and go home. And that's what you want to see on TV too with these guys. I mean, they can't all be Mr. Fells. I understand that, but same time, take pride and ownership of your work and just have some common sense.
I don't know why I just thought of this, but fuck Emeka Egbuka. Why did he start out so strong? I was like, all right, this guy's taking me to this ship. Fuck, now I'm
Yep,
getting passionate again. Maybe I'm regretting my decision. But fuck that guy. Like, I've drafted him with what was it, my second pick. Also, Warren fell off a cliff. I'm like, my guys just let me down.
they did. And I'd be lying if I said that wasn't part of my decision the first time. Where it's like no matter what it was like running backs getting in, Chubb got injured really hurt me. But above all, just like things like not working out, where it's just a lot of maintenance and upkeep, and you have to be very good and skilled to be good at fantasy football, and especially in a dynasty league. And it's tough to see that, and that's life, and that's the game. That part is hard, but then when other things, when your thoughts and feelings change around like the overall feeling that you get of watching the games play out, and you're questioning like why you're not, that stuff that used to fire you up is not firing you up, then you know something's wrong. So, in my opinion, you did the right thing, and you looked out for the signs, and you're looking out for yourself, and that's important.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
So,
I can't think of anything else on that front. Just that I've been there, and it's tough. It's tough. I've been rejuvenized with Joe, and I think having someone to bounce ideas off with, I've enjoyed that like most of all. Like then doing the things with the sweatshirt, you know, being together with the sweatshirt, like I feel like I'm in good hands with Joe, and I really enjoy that part. Where I hope
yeah,
you get that same that fulfillment after you have the year off or whatever you need. I hope you find that again, whether it's in this league or something else. Like I hope you find that.
yeah, yeah. And I don't know if me and I love that it worked out for you and Joe. Me and Ack, our personalities and the way we think about team fantasy and shit is very different, but maybe that's what we need. Melding of the minds, because he's very like conservative with his picks and like I feel like he doesn't like how I go for like the young studs and shit like that. But maybe that's the balance we need. Um, he did like Fannin, and that got Yates to the ship. I should have taken his fucking advice, but and he hated that. Yeah, maybe I blame Ollie Gordon for all of this. That was the worst pick in the history of the league, and that's how I'm leaving you guys. Hmm.
Always blame the player. They're pawns
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
Yep.
whether they like it or not. That's just it is what it is. So, yes.
Yep.
Um, can't think of anything else yet. Let's take the HR stuff offline.
All right. Well, fam, it's been real. I'll see y'all in the group chats. Don't kick me out yet, and come visit Baby Plout in July.
Absolutely. Is there any before we sign off? Is there anything you want to say about the playoff games, just from an NFL standpoint? Anything you noteworthy you'd like to get off your chest?
Nothing noteworthy. I don't know. I'm like deciding if I still hate the Patriots or not. I'm like, because I wouldn't mind. So I think they're going to win the AFC. I don't know. I think May is just very fucking good.
Yes.
Um, I don't. That's not a hot take or anything. Um, we can talk quick NFL coach. We've been having some really good discussions in the Pastor John chat, the Ravens group chat about future coaches. I've been enjoying that. Um, I don't know. Should we go with the defensive guy, offensive guy? I kind of like. I think I really like Kubiak. That would be cool. Um, Webb would be cool from the Broncos, but those are offensive guys. So I don't know. I think the Harbaugh news was good. Wait, like the fact that we ended the season the way we did, and then we got the good Harbaugh news was
Icing on the cake.
yeah, that made it better. So it's been fun discussing the coaching shit. Do you have any? But yeah, I'm probably Kubiak right now is my number one. I don't know why we haven't like offered the mentor an interview yet, but like I don't know. It would be cool to also like have a hard-nosed defensive guy to get some fucking fire back in our boys, because Lord knows that secondary needs it. But
Yeah, they do.
what are your thoughts?
To me, it doesn't matter so much who it is or what discipline they like specialty they have. I want to coach with common sense and a high football IQ. And I know that, they're clinical. I know it's a Yates word. I love them to death. I love
Oh,
that.
I love Yates.
Yeah.
It's all yeah. Whatever. We don't need to harp on you. Yeah, go
Yes. But I agree. But where I want a person that has common sense, has high football IQ and emotional intelligence and just gets it. Like,
ahead.
don't just keep trying to do the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, which is
Yeah.
the definition of insanity, as Yates taught me. And I'm passing that on to everybody else. And we're all guilty of it at times. But from an NFL organization standpoint, where you're paying millions and billions of dollars and money exchanging hands, there's advertising deals, people you're employing, and they're just having a pride of putting the product on the field. Don't be an idiot. Like, hire someone that is going to do what they're supposed to do and do the right thing. It's not rocket science. Just figure it out. It doesn't matter. You're still good enough and you know all the facets of the game. Just have common sense and do the right thing, and it'll probably work out.
Yep.
That's what I want in a head coach. Doesn't matter who it is. Somebody just
Mhm.
fits that criteria.
Yep. And we fucking let that go with McDonald. He checked all those boxes very obviously to people, to me, and to I'm sure everyone in the pastor group. Like someone like that who keeps his cool, who doesn't fucking get excited about beating a 4 and fucking 10 team like Harbaugh. Like he just won the Super Bowl. Like
Yeah.
keeps his cool. Even the Miami coach, like when they won the semifinals, he wasn't even that excited. He was like, all right, one more game. Harbaugh
Yeah.
would be fucking if he beat the you see him jump into that fucking guy's arms at
Yeah.
the Raven when the Browns beat the Steelers. Like,
I
what are you
saw it.
doing, pussy ass bitch?
Yeah.
So God, I'm
Like,
so glad he's
like,
gone.
like
Yes, common sense, high IQ. I think we're on the same page.
yeah.
Bring some fire and passion too. Liam Cohen is sick. Someone like that.
Fine with me. Like that. I'm thankful for what Harbaugh did because he did breed a winning culture for a
Yeah.
while, come off the rails, but he helped move the organization forward overall. But I would have liked to have seen the past few years end differently, and not just even with a Super Bowl, like just progressive and not regression. And we've got the opposite. So it was time, and I'm proud of Bishotti that he did that thing. He waited too long, in my opinion, but
Yep.
at least he came to that conclusion. And there's reports out there that he was like bouncing ideas off, or they were trying. Other people were trying to get him to talk him out of that. I'm
Yeah.
glad he didn't waver from that.
Yeah. That you all, a lot of you see me posting on LinkedIn about like
Yes.
sports and organizations. I was very proud of Bishotti. I know I agree with you. in my opinion, 10 years too late. We can argue about how many years.
Yeah, how many years late? Right.
But yeah, that was a smart organizational move. That guy's not moving the needle anymore. Get some young blood in there, get some passion, high IQ. The message was stale, is obvious. I don't know. There's been mixed reports about the players liking him, not liking him, whatever. My I don't think Lamar liked him. Munkin said on the Ryan Ripken show, who's becoming big in Baltimore sports podcasting somehow, he's like,
All that. Yeah.
yeah, he got Munkin, and Munkin was kind of saying like, yeah, I don't think me and Lamar had the best relationship. I'm like, all right, so it's likely Harbaugh didn't either.
Yeah.
So it sounds
Probably.
like, yeah, we need someone who can speak, who can kind of get on Lamar's level, get him excited. We need the head coach and quarterback to be on the same page. So
Correct. And yeah, we need that. And I think those reports are more true now because of how quick the firing came. He already had that. To me, that tells me he already had that information calculated, and the result of how it happened, where, you know, and you know, we had 3 timeouts in that last drive. Derrick Henry didn't run the ball once. The fuck is that?
I know when it was what I forget when after the pass to Likely, what was it like 12 seconds? We had one timeout.
Should
Give
have
it to
run.
fucking yeah, give it to fucking Henry. Like losing 2 yards for the rookie kicker. I feel bad for Loop. Like, and then there's been reports that the hold wasn't great. I don't know about all that, but just putting the kicker in that spot. Obviously, he needs to make that. It's his job, but we should have ran it. And then who
Correct.
cares which hash it's on? Like Loop knows how to fucking kick it from any hash. Does he care about the middle that much? Harbaugh probably doesn't even fucking know that about him because he doesn't know
He
shit.
didn't pay attention,
Yeah.
and it wasn't windy there. It's a tough place to kick normally, but it was not windy there that night. And the other thing, when they were near midfield, I don't remember the exact specs, but they were like maybe 2nd and 2 or 2nd and 3. Why wasn't a play action or a run the ball then when you had at least 2 timeouts? Then they may have even had 3 at that point. I don't have the play by play in front of me, but just it speaks to no common sense, no football IQ, no emotional intelligence of understanding and knowing your people. A lot of the
Yeah.
same stuff we'll talk about offline with the HR stuff, but I was appalled by that, and they put him in that position. Yeah, he should have made the kick. I agree, but just was horrible the way he put it in. And I think how quick the firing came, that he took 24 hours to really digest it, and then he made the move. That tells me he already knew what the decision was going to be. He was just waiting to see how it unfolded, and Harbaugh had his own. He's responsible for it, and the way he handled that last drive was just a microcosm of at least the last few years, maybe 10, just the failures that have come. And it's a shame to see, but it's good that they're moving in a different direction.
I like that point, the microcosm point, because there was even the penalty. I don't know if it actually was the Stanley false. Was it illegal formation? I'm like, how the fuck do you do that on the most important drive of the season? Your false start. I think it was like 2nd and 3. We got like the quick out and then false start, and it was like on a completion to Andrews. That was another first down. I'm like, that's a microcosm. Your team is undisciplined in the most important time, and just the whole game they were undisciplined. Like the wide open touchdown, whatever. We don't need to get into it, but it's good news that the Ravens fired him. I love Bisciotti for doing it. I know they were trying to talk him out of it. I wonder who was trying to talk him out of it because it was clearly time to change.
Yeah, I don't know. And last part I'll touch on. Do you did you think? I always thought this. I thought like Harbaugh had some pictures of Bashotti or something. By the way, how long he kept him here, and then we've
Yeah.
seen this photo surface of I don't know if it's AI or not, but I haven't seen anybody dispute it. Harbs with Mr. Epstein. And
You
he
got
shouldn't even be
definitely
saying
in
Mister. He shouldn't even have a name because he's horrible. But I'm
who?
just Epstein.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that in that picture, and I'm like, okay, this kind of says a lot. Where I think there was some weird stuff going on, and I'm glad he's gone. But whether it's true or not, people like there's perception out there, and if that's out there, that's not good. And then between that and what we've seen on the field, just horrible.
Was there any, I agree with all that. I haven't checked, I've been checking the group obviously, but I don't remember. Was there any chatter in the group, the main group chat about, um, what was I gonna say? The Trump tweet about Harbaugh. That was fuck. I can't believe
He
Trump
tweeted about
tweeted.
he tweeted about Harbaugh.
He put on Truth Social. He's like, you got a hot. I guess it wasn't mentioned if you don't remember, but yeah, Trump tweeted like, "You gotta hire Harbaugh. He's a winner." And it's like, that's so funny that he's weighing in on this. It's because Harbaugh visited. I think Harbaugh was pro-Trump, and he was like outward about it, which is weird. I'm sure a bunch of
Really?
other coach, because Ron, yeah, I think he was, because obviously that's why Trump. I mean, I feel like he was. Didn't he say he visited the White House and then he was like,
I
this is
kind of
in the
remember that.
during training games, like I visited and you got to respect the president or some shit like that. Um, so I feel like he has some relationship with Trump. And it's like,
Interesting.
again, bad politics. Like, think of the Michael Jordan, Taylor Swift model. Like, they don't fucking talk politics. That's how there's, except John doesn't have the EQ to just be like, stay fucking neutral. EQ is emotional intelligence, like
Yep. Yep.
IQ either. Like,
None of them. None of them.
yeah.
Neither.
So,
It
man,
says a
maybe we
lot.
should wrap it up, but
Yeah. I agreed. I encourage you all to reach out to Ailey when the time's right. Definitely help support him. I've been in his shoes and it's tough. And those texts and stuff, phone calls, however it happens, really do make a difference. It helped me, and I'm sure it'll help him.
yeah. Love you, fam.
Yes. And don't put any money on the games. This this BS on the field, it's not real. It's made up crap. I'm not saying it's scripted, but it's so bad of competition that you don't know who's going to win, and they don't know which way the end zone is. It's just they're probably not even put their pants on the right way. I can't, like, it's exciting in a way, but it's not real football anymore. And until they fix it, I'm a little jaded too towards it. So
And I think, unfortunately for me, I think the Eagles are winning the Super Bowl. Yates can be happy because we don't even know which team he roots for anymore. Eagles, Steelers. So congrats, Yates. Eagles are winning it all.
I'll address that this afternoon too. So love you all. Don't do anything I wouldn't do as always.